Okay, now we're going to start talking about transformations of cube root functions. So again, our k hanging out here on the end moves us up or down. So this one is up 3. This one is down. I need to do these in different colors so you guys can actually see them. I'll make this one green. Ooh, after I erase it. Ha. So this one's going to be down 2. So I'll do our down 2 first. Kind of looks like that little number. And then our up 3 means that our flat spot's going to be right there. Again, guys, just kind of sketch it so you know where things are moving. Then our plus 1 is actually left 1. And our minus 4 is right 4. Okay. Now, vertical stretches. So I'm going to do what I did last time. We're going to create our XY chart out here to the side. Excuse me. So we've got -8, -2, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 8, 2 as our parent function. So when we have that 2, that's what we're going to multiply these by. So I'm going to multiply all those y's by 2. So I start at 0, 0, but then instead of going over 1, up 1, we're going to go over 1 and up 2. And then over 8 and up 4. So that we really stretch that out. Now, the compression is where it goes a little bit harder because these are going to be tiny, tiny. But basically, woo, let me open up Internet Explorer for you. A little distraction there. It's going to be super, super flat like that. Then, of course, with our reflection, this reflects across the x-axis. So it looks like this. And our reflection across the y-axis, guess what, guys? Looks the same. So you throw a negative in there, you got different things going on. Okay, so this is your next sheet of notes. So fill in the table, graph it, find the domain and range. This should be some good practice for you guys. And I think what I might do is just post the answers to this section later. But we're going to talk about the domain and range really, really fast. So the domain, again, we find by making that equal to 0. So x is 2, which means that our minimum has to be 2. And we're going to infinity. Then to get the range, we're actually going to take that minimum for our domain and plug it in. So we get the square root of 2 minus 2 minus 4, which is 0 minus 4, which is -4. So our range goes from -4 to infinity on this little square root sign. And our transformation is right 2, down 4. So right 2, down 4. So if I plug in 2, I'm going to get -4 out. Now, remember, I need to go up 1 over 1 typically. So I'm going to plug in 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, minus 4 is -3. And lo and behold, that's where we are. And then I would typically go over 4 because that's my next perfect square. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go up 2. And this should be my next point I plug in, which is going to be 6. So the square root of 6 minus 2 minus 4 is going to give me the square root of 4 minus 4, which is 2 minus 4, which is 2. And look, that's where I am. So my little counting rule that I taught you guys way back when should still work. So I'm going to let you guys do the rest of those on your own, and we'll skip over here to number 4. And I, again, will post the answers for these, but I'm trying to keep your video not terribly long. Okay, for this one, the domain and range are negative infinity to infinity and negative infinity to infinity. Nothing weird about this one. Your transformations are given under the radical and outside the radical. So we're going to go right 3 and down 1. So typically I'd be at 0, but I'm going to go 3 and down 1, up 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So over 1 should give me 4 and 2 on either side of that 3. If I plug in 4, I get 4 minus 3. The cube root of 4 minus 3 is 1. Minus 1 is 0. And looky there, that's where this blue dot is. And then if I plug in 2, I get the cube root of 2 minus 3, which is -1. Cube root of -1 is -1. Minus 1 is -2, which is in fact where that is. And so my next point is going to be over 8 from 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I would go down 2, 1, 2. So let's see if it is -5. I need to put those in there, sorry. If -5 works. So we're going to have -5 minus 3 under our cube root, which gives us the cube root of -8 minus 1, which is -2 minus 1, which is -3. And looky, looky, that's where I put that point. Woohoo! And we are done with our lesson material, guys. You should be able to get the rest of these answers off of Canvas. So go look for them there. And thanks for hanging out with me.